Okay, so this is going to be a brief one. She who wears this is to come and try it on, and he who wears this or will wear this is I gotta finish this. So anyway, I am, yeah, but this, kind of is nice because I occupy my brain. I'm usually listening to music. There's this one nice DJ track that I was doing, but I want to be on my feet while I'm listening to that. It was really nice. As a friend posted for a club they're promoting. I know a lot of people who do promotions and shows and stuff like that. Like that's kind of the business that many people I know are in. It's funny. I was talking with hubby about that the other day. We were talking about our sets of cohorts and stuff that they do and the trends among them, like the different like strengths that they tend to have or weaknesses that they tend to have. A lot of IT guys drink. My husband's not one of them. He doesn't actually drink at all. He's not an alcoholic person or a person who enjoys drinking alcohol, which is nice because nobody's ever going to be able to catch him drunk driving because he'll never be drunk. It's just not his thing. Um, so yeah, the people who I deal with are full of their own talents, full of their own strengths, full of their own weaknesses, just like we all are. The wonderful thing that I love about the people that I'm closest to, my cohorts, my friends, my significant others, is the fact that they're strong people. I mean, compared to all the weakness I've seen in this turtle shit infested corner, um, it really does help to give me a great comparison to the strong people I know. I know some people who really um, actually have, some things that are real that they have to deal with who would never complain half as much as these like able-bodied souls who go around bitching and screaming and whining and moaning at each other on a just a constant basis. So anyway, there's some area construction that you might hear. So let me get to, yeah, the brief reply that I'm going to do here for this person who is under a lot of attack lately. And I can't say that I didn't see any of it coming or that he is not deserving of some of what he's getting. But I feel like some of what he's getting, he is not deserving. Like, anybody who is suggesting that, Mr. TRS, nice logo, by the way, where'd you get that? Um, Not from me, from some other generous soul, some other generous female who's acting like a female by helping you out. Just helping you out. Not charging you, just helping you out. All of a sudden, everybody's a traitor. Okay. One of the things that I don't agree with is this suggestion that the man is trying to raise money in order to do something that he has nefarious purposes, that he is, meaning to take it and run like Turtle Face. I don't think that he's meaning to take it and run. I think that he's meaning to take it and mismanage it like he does his other platform. By mismanaging it, I mean by not exactly providing, a, a, a textbook or, exemplary model of a host or manager of a show. It takes him too slow an uptake. It takes him too long to get when things are happening. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Slow men. There's some slow men who are not insecure about this, and there's some slow men who are insecure about this. Consider him to be, a person who's slow in some ways and strong in some ways, and he likes it when people will cater to his strengths, but not when people will point out his weaknesses. At least not at the point of pointing it out, and especially if that person is a female. I don't know. I don't give a shit. It's not for me to psychoanalyze this person. Now, I've been supportive of exactly what I've meant to be supportive of, and I still am. I'm supportive of anyone who is willing to provide an objective, open, censor-free platform for these lonesome social rejects who need somebody to talk to. But here, right here, I'm going to go ahead and read off some of the interaction exchange that caused complete the completion, of the tear off from me and the, Talk Real Solutions crew. It doesn't have anything to do with, I don't know, what shallow people would suggest, I guess. There's no attack here. There's just a very strong difference of opinion, strong difference of lifestyle, difference of goals with me and the person who is running this platform. Meanwhile, I can still, in my countenance, in my ladyhood, in my, acting like a woman, in my emotionalism, I can find, the strength, the gumption to say, I support the open, uncensored platform for people who need to speak on issues that they find are important. I appreciate the fact that he lent his time and his resources in order to do that for people. Gosh, wasn't that terrible of me? Such a woman. Anyway, I didn't appreciate, and this is part of wrap it up, I'm not paying attention to anything that has transpired past the point of my saying wrap it up be. But this, this is some stuff that I put to the side in order to allow it to air out, because I thought this was some really, stinky, shitty shit that Mr. Thompson said and did. And he must think so too, because I think his post is since removed. But, I keep track when I'm dealing with people who can't keep track of what they say. I'm very good at dialogue. It's part of who I am and what I do. All right, so Tyrone posted because of Big Dread having a problem with his asking for money. He has a different problem with it than I have with it. I have a problem with it because I feel like, why are you asking for this when you haven't shown yourself to be a good steward over any business model that people can actually see? That would mean that, what you're doing with this means that you're going to be responsible with that. I wouldn't give him money anymore than I'd give Turtleface money, because I haven't seen anything that they've done that makes me trust them with, that much money. $20,000, why? Something for the blog talk, yeah, that's the evidence of that is seen. Anybody can call in, anybody can say anything. That's good, because over on YouTube, where people should be able to say whatever they want, people are using the community flag in, a bullying manner. People are gathering and using this shit against each other to, in their sword fights. So for him to go off to Blog Talk and create a space where for a while it was uncensored until he started not paying attention to what was right in front of him. Anyway, the man said, okay, this is part of the reason why we cannot grow in the black community. Let me just stop right there. This might be longer than I think, because that is just such an incredibly lofty statement, and this is like a chunk of a paragraph here. Maybe I should put it up as a screen share, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Look at something else if you get tired of, watching me read. I'm not like, doing a whole bunch of body emoting for you. That's not this kind of video. Other channel for those. Anyway, the man says, okay, this is part of the reason why we cannot grow in the black community. Well, what would be the reason? What is the reason? This is part of what I bet what he's about to describe is part of the reason it is not part of the reason. This man has a hate for Tommy Sotomayor's message, just as we do. But because of jealousy and envy, he sides with Tommy because of our fundraising efforts. So part of why we cannot grow in the black community is because this man is jealous and envious that you're trying to raise funds. Jealous and envious. I don't even think you believe that yourself. What is it with you guys flinging around words that you do not mean? It's not manly. What makes you think that it's manly? Flinging around statements like you're going to rape somebody, or flinging around statements like, fuck you, I'll come over and whoop your ass and you have no intention of doing it. What the hell is cute about saying things that you have no intention of doing? Or saying things that you really don't mean or back up? Do you really think that some random guy on YouTube is jealous of you having a GoFundMe page up. Anybody can do that. Anyone can do that. You know, and as the guy pointed out, who I once again am saying he can speak for his own self, as he cut me off and said in some damn hangout. Okay, I speak for my damn self, blah blah blah. When I was trying to defend that the motherfucker was getting, you know, jumped on by some person who didn't know him. But anyway, you know, just trying to clear the air. Such a woman. Well, these guys are going back and forth with each other and don't even know each other, and going back and forth talking about meeting each other and kicking each other's ass within seconds of their introduction. You know, Will and Dread. Anyway. I remember everything. You know, I'm watching all of this, and I promise you, you know, I'm trying to do what is best for all involved. Most of all, me and mine. And that's not anything different from what any sane person should do. Moving right along. Big Dread is a grown person, but I've observed that he was just speaking his mind, and he didn't like what he saw. And he has his opinion, and he's able to voice it. And as he pointed out, he already has his network of channels that are focused on his interests, that are doing their own moving and shaking. So he doesn't really need your platform or your example. And to really, really put icing on this ridiculous cake is to find out that, and he must be, I hear a lot of dyslexia in this group. This, I'll say group when I'm referring to people who tend to be relatively sane. I'll say pit when I'm referring to the, you know, the trolldom that exists at the heart of this group. The funny thing is that he came up with your title, Real People Talk, Real Solutions, and you just clipped off the end. And you turned around and said that the man is jealous of you. He's jealous. This is part of the reason why we cannot grow in the black community. We cannot grow because this man is jealous of me. Are you kidding me? You don't even believe that. That was some childish shit. That was childish. If he's womanish, how about you're childish? And I mean spoiled childish, ill-raised childish, not any childish. Because to be a child is not to be, you know, a tantruming fool. Okay, so funny thing is I offered this guy a place here. He rejected it and did his own thing. Offered him a place where? You know, you run a party line. That's what this is. These blog talk channels, they're party lines. There are some people who have, you know, nationally or internationally recognized actual shows that also broadcast on Blog Talk, just like they also broadcast on Shoutcast or, you know, any other place on, you know, the cybersphere where you can get some live streaming radio broadcast. What you guys are doing is party lines called Blog Talk Radio and treating it like it's going to save somebody's community. Well, I mean, it could very well do that if somebody remains focused on their damn goal. Let's see. I offered this guy a place here. He rejected it, did his own thing, which is fine. I guess it's not fine because you're bitching about it. And really, you're bitching about something that doesn't even seem to be true. You know, if you weigh both things, I'm listening to this guy say what he has to say, and there's nothing in what he's saying that lacks conviction. You know, I believe that he believes everything he's saying. Now, if you believe something different, why haven't you presented it? You haven't said, hey, this person is delusional. He made up the fact that he handed me a name. Nice logo, by the way. Okay, so, but it's funny. What's funny is now that we are getting our message out more, people and the platform is growing. He now comes out on a hate mission. No, it's a reaction to something you did. You put out a GoFundMe, the guy didn't like it. You put out a GoFundMe, I didn't like it. And I've been a person who has said, I am supportive of you lending your resources to open a platform. All right? I haven't said I support your every opinion. I haven't said I support everything you do. Okay, so let's see. Hate mission. Lord Jesus. People disagreeing with you has to become a hate mission. It's funny how much you sound like this person you cannot stand. Yes, this person for whom you are a former stan, and yes, I did say it, and yes, it does bother you that I say it, and I don't know why. It really shouldn't, and I'll get into that a little bit more when I get into more of what you've said here. He says, This tells, wait, let's back it up. Hold on a mission. In his video, he co-signs with Tommy about me, further slandering me and what I stand for. What do you stand for? You stand for what? What you stand for sways with whoever throws a phrase in your mouth. You need to check the archives. What you stand for has changed. And that's okay. You can stand for many things. I'm a person with multiple interests myself. Multiple interests, multiple goals, multiple directions I go in at once, all the time. I manage it well. And I can admit my flaws. They are many, you know. You have this hindsight thing after these emotional outbursts, and then you want to do this other thing that I really can't stand, and it must be here. Let's see. This tells me that after all the opposition by him towards Tommy, he finds somehow to trust Tommy in this one video. I don't know where you devised that the man was lending trust to Turtleface. All he did was listen to the Turtleface video, find out that Turtleface said something about you doing a GoFundMe, went and checked it out, and devised his own opinion and shared it about the GoFundMe thing. I really found his opinion to be heavy on what you were doing and less on what the fuck Turtleface was doing. Turtleface just happened to be the avenue through which he discovered the information, but you just stuck on Turtleface's association. Okay. This tells me that after all the opposition, furthermore, it tells me that he has a dislike for me. Well, furthermore, it tells me that he has a dislike for me. Well, the video does tell you that he has a dislike for you, yes. Is that okay? Is it okay for people to not like you? There's supposed to be some people not liking you, and some people liking you, and some people not knowing who the fuck you are caring. That's the way of the world. All I can say at this point is a lot of so-called black men. Oh, so you're going to revoke his black manhood now? Has woman-like tendencies. Oh, that's it. That's what got me. I was done. I was like, you know what? I guess I'm done. I've done my bit for king and country, you know, and I still liken you to a king, holding court, sitting there on your throne, wanting to be praised, admired, and adored for your works. So continue to do those works. Continue to take whatever phrase comes into your mouth by whatever passing dick whisperer and repeat it over and over again. And, you know, let it make you feel like you're doing something. I mean, you know, you're willing. You're a willing person. You're willing to lend your energy and your resources. But it's unfortunately more to your own glory than you tend to admit, you know. I don't care what a person does with their platform. That's why I've never called up, you know, I'm not calling now. I'm not going back and forth, you know, doing all this fucking, you're doing this and you're saying that and how dare you do this on your fucking show. Do what you want with your show. I just observe what you do with your show. I point it out and I call it for what it is. And that is something that is difficult for people who do not enjoy mirrors to, you know, like sink in, you know. That about my personality, I know it grates on some. It's supposed to. I'm not supposed to get along with everybody. Okay. Now, let me continue this and I'll get to what I said. And I'll get to the last thing you said, which I didn't respond to on your page because I don't need to go to your page. You know, there's no information that your page is going to list that I can't find myself or don't probably already know, you know, with your newfound glory over your blackness when you thought it was just this shitty thing to be. I've always known that it's been glorious to be who I am and where I come from. I've always known that the things that we have come through to be where we are magnificent things. And I've also never been afraid of looking at the ugly reality of how we got here. Anyways, let's see. If he would have done some looking around, he would have found out what we are planning is nothing like Tommy describes, but I'm afraid at this point, if you are not doing things the way other people think it should be done, you are somehow beholden to them to explain your position. I say fuck the haters, black power. Okay. See, you scream Black Power like you just fucking heard that shit. You know, like it's like how long, how old, how many? Okay, listen, it's so many wrong, so much wrong. Now under my Pussy Nigger Tres account, I have a Pussy Nigger Dos, y Pussy Nigger Tres. Pussy Nigger Dos, none of y'all crazy people, or Pussy Nigger, none of you crazy people are left. No crazy people. There are few people on Pussy Nigger, and they know who they are. Shout out to the real. But yeah, Pussy Nigger Dos y Pussy Nigger Tres are for speaking in JT Riley's group. Pussy Nigger Dos blocked a few people. Pussy Nigger Tres wanted to see what these people said after some friends had posted what the, Pussy Nigger Tres had to reply. Once you block people on Facebook, you can't see them and they're gone. And they can't see you. And I love Facebook about that, and I wish YouTube would do the same thing, but it's kind of probably very complicated to make that happen with that model. I don't know. Maybe I'll go up next time up at the project manager's house. You know, yeah, no, he's a product manager, not a project manager. Two different guys. Product manager, maybe next time up at the YouTube product manager's house, I will ask him about, how difficult it is to make that blocking possible because, the trolling thing just runs so fucking deep around here. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I gotta close some windows to make this still okay, because otherwise it gets all crazy. Okay, good. Still nobody watching this because I tend to like an audience shows up and it makes me conscious of other people, and then I, take longer to get out what I need to say. Okay, so this is taking long enough as it is. I replied, you don't make it easy to be supportive when you first of all start talking to people in your chat room like an asshole just because you don't see a faster reaction to your fundraising. This is in reference to myself in his chat room after a while, not even being there, not signing in, not checking in, not checking it out. I decided to go to the chat room, and this small J000 person likes to say stupid things to me. He said some stupid thing to me, and I said something back to him. And then Tyrone said something, and, playing this little, like, I don't know, this little wannabe Barry White imitation thing. And he's going, yeah, y'all go into the blah, 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 and why don't you go over and go to the thing and fun, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, see, that's part of the insensitivity that had the ladies of the Wolfpack go, you know what, I'm just going to bow out here because you don't see what's going on here. It's very annoying. It's completely annoying. You started this platform because of people harassing you, and then you ignore other people being harassed and make light of it because you just don't notice the fact that people like small J000 just target women, start saying ridiculous shit to them, and try to, make their presence into some kind of nuisance. Meanwhile, he's like begging them all to be there and flirting with anything that moves. It's sick, it's pathological, and it's annoying, and it's shit that a lot of women online have to go through, especially within little pits like this. And you saying that you're supportive of women's you're supportive of women, period. You're supporting them in certain ways, but you're ignoring this stuff going on. It just shows that you're not paying attention. And so why, be like taking all this abuse on your platform if you're not going to have better check over it? Why not, if you're not, having better oversight, why not just leave the damn platform, Part of your not noticing shit like this is why the ladies took off. You did not notice that Small J was saying some really stupid, lewd, crude, ridiculous shit to me like he always does. And, these things are without foundation. He has no right. I don't know who this idiot is. He just heard about me through goddamn Turtleface and decided to come at me the same way people have done with you. One thing I'll agree with, the ranting all fucks with is that you seem to be so quick to come at Turtleface and be defensive with Turtleface because you had a case with Turtleface. You're welcome. We ladies, who helped you build that case against Turtleface because we helped you to pay attention to what was going on. There were a lot of ladies who were the brains behind that operation because you kept asking for fucking help. Asking, I need this, I need that. How do I do this? How do I do that? Because I want all this help because this guy's doing this to me. We already knew. Yeah, he's been doing it to us forever. We're his favorite creature to do that to, black females. He's trying to troll the black female universe and make money doing it. So what you want? You're mad because he shut your channel down? Yeah, well, that he's going to do that. You know, if you want to get back at him, this is the way to get back at him. It's very easy. If you want to get back at Turtleface, if you want to get back at him, you know, which is not my goal at all. My goal is to empower the people he has to deal with. But if you want to get back at Turtleface, all you do is just beat him at his own game. You know, you start bullshit and fronting like he's doing. Bullshit and front. You know, but right now he's getting his ass fronted the fuck off by, you know, the other guy. That fucking puppet show and serving the papers, and he's toast. But, you know, within context, yeah. You want to get back at Turtleface. It's very easy to get back at Turtleface. But the problem with the Turtleface conundrum is, you know, the little vortex surrounding him is a lot of you guys, like you former Sans, fell for his shit because you're stupid or you're misogynist. You're just slow or you're lonely, you know? You remember, you're the person who said he was funny. I never thought he was funny. Never was amused by this person. You were amused. All right? You were meant to be amused. So amused that you found yourself making a video of support. Okay. We're going to get more into that in a minute. So, you said I said, because there are better ways of asking someone to help you do something. And second of all, you go into that tired routine of describing things that you don't like about other men as feminine or womanly. When you do things like that, it reminds people who know better of why they are careful with former Tammy stands, because they, and I do mean you, all harbor some sort of misogynistic tendencies and or voluntary ignorance toward their own shortcomings. And I absolutely mean that. Anybody who can be a fan of this guy has something wrong with them inside, you know. With you, you have this, you know, poor black man syndrome. You feel like, you know, we are shit and we need to be elevated. I don't feel like black people are shit and we need to be elevated. If somebody else doesn't understand the richness of the heritage of black people, that's their problem. I don't inherit that problem. I might be mistreated because that person has a problem, but I don't inherit their problem. You know, their racism is their problem. You are one of those people who inherits, you know, certain racist ideas. That's why you act all surprised when you fucking hear some bitch come along and say ancient Kermit. Anyway, I'm not a person who, you know, has anything against the fact that someone else is like somewhere else on their journey, on their educational journey. Like, I am not by any means, you know, the pinnacle of success, education, you know, art, music, fashion, beauty, anything. You know, I'm constantly working on things, and I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy being myself because I was raised by, you know, people who just had better goals in life, who did better for themselves. I cannot relate at all to this, like, oh, you know, woo, like, woe is me constantly thing. I absolutely understand the reality of the situation and other people's sickness, and I identify it for what it is. I don't suck it in and make it my own and start treating other people the way I don't want to be treated. Okay? Now, you get into this, like, acting like a woman shit. You guys all do this. I've heard so many of you go, oh, he acts like a female. This person acts like a female. You guys who keep going back and forth with each other more than any women in this fucking corner. More than any women here. For example, today I noticed that there's a video put up by a girl. I'm not even going to say her name. You know, anybody who's been paying attention, and you've been all up in everybody's ass, so you're paying attention. This chick who I accused of being turtle-faced because I didn't like the way she spoke when she was trolling, which she admits that she did. You know, that she would troll and not show herself. She came out, made this video, and I was like, okay, cool, fine, great. I wish more people would come out and do that, because I've accused account after account after account after thousands. You know, I mean, hundreds of fucking accounts, man. And it's clear, you know, that Turtle was buying accounts. I didn't like the way she talked because she sounded bigoted, which she kind of is. You know, she likes to use race as an excuse for her ideas. That's her business. Now, we got into it because she suggested that, you know, these idiots who I blocked because I'm trying to get close to them, and that's just retarded. We had our back and forth. We haven't been going back and forth all this time. At least I'd like to think and hope that, you know, she hasn't been turning back to her trollism and coming at me, you know, with these, like, silly messages. I don't think so. Either way, though, we're not trying to make a big display. We're not making a big display out of the fact that we disagree with each other. I bring her up today because somebody had made some comment to a video where she has asked for some help. I don't know what she's asking for help for, and I don't care. If I were meaning to demean this girl, you know, to continue the go back and forth, the way you guys are doing, you know, look at what he said about him, look at what he said about him, and all this, you know, static and silliness, and you guys bringing up stuff about each other that we ladies who are not saying anything, we're sitting back and just nodding, going, that's what we said already. We told you all of these things. You know, you exhibited all of these qualities, you guys, and we pointed these qualities out. And when we say it, it's shut up, bitch, go somewhere. When you guys say it, you act like it's divine revelation. And when you say it, it's supposed to be divine revelation. Everybody's supposed to get behind you and send you some goddamn money, no doubt. And we ladies, we're just trouble. You know, we're just nuisances. And I know a bitch is a bitch is a bitch. I don't like the dick whispering shit myself. You know, I don't like it when people want to reduce everything to this, you know, dick and pussy stuff. Because there's more to life. You know, there are places on the web for the dick and pussy stuff. When I first started vlogging, I was encouraged to vlog by people who were just like having open debates about different subject matter. I didn't really pay any attention to any like deep, crazy troll game because it is unique what happens in this corner as far as the troll game. I understand that the troll game has, you know, increased in participants, but for the most part, if you go to a video that has any real traction, you know, you'll find that the trolling thing gets drowned out. In this very small collection, the effect of the troll game is amplified, and people are manipulated using trolling a lot here. So, you know, I respond, I use the trolls, you know, like when they come at me, it's generally, like I said, it's all coming from this vortex, you know, with turtle fuck at the center. So I punish the turtle, you know. Oh, you're going to troll me? Okay, well, let's punish the turtle. Just kick the turtle. Every time a troll comes at me, I kick the turtle, you know. Because why not? Yeah. You know, I'm going to be online anyway on many different websites, really, that have nothing to do with this stuff. So it's really easy to catch, you know, because the turtle has many people to troll. You know, you can only catch me like so much in the rotation. Ah. And yes, the other people who enjoy the trolling, yeah, it's like you're one troll, you know, you can only do so much. And you trolls have a language too, you know, so even when you have many accounts, you know, you can start to tell who you are, and anyway. So let me go to this. Also, I also said, yes, why do the men in this little turtle shit infested corner of the web keep describing every negative trait a man has as feminine or womanly? It's complete bullshit, and I mean that. It is complete bullshit. You know, that you do these things. When you do these things like respond emotionally, fly off at the handle, you know, you threaten each other, you threaten to beat each other up, you're calling each other every name in the book. Show me an example of the females within this circle that you keep criticizing. You know, that you're criticizing now. You're telling me that I've jumped ship. Here you go. Show me where we act like this. Anyway. Pussy nigger tres. My description of him being effeminate is proven here in your post. So scroll up and look at Anson Asaka comment compared to yours, which is a comment that I +1'd, where he said you guys need to squash it because, you know, you're not da da da. Your reaction as a female is similar to his meaning dreads. You take any and every opportunity to call men misogynistic, any and every opportunity? Okay, so show me every man in my life that I've called a misogynist. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is with your whole exaggerating thing. You do this exaggerating thing, and you will not call it exaggeration. This is exaggeration. You take any and every opportunity. No, I'll call a misogynist a misogynist. A misogynist is a man who has, it's like a racist. It's a person who has preconceived notions about women based on the fact that they have vaginas and tits. And you do that. So you got a hair of misogynist. You got the misogynist streak. You know, you want to judge women based on the fact that they're women in a certain way. You want to hold them up to a certain standard based on the woman thing, just like you do the man thing. You're a misandrist too. You know, I mean, You expect men to be a certain way according to the fact that they're men instead of just taking people at people. You have a touch of this. So, I'm not telling you you can't, but me calling a person a misogynist who is a misogynist and this little pit is rife with them doesn't mean that that's how I view every man on the planet. It certainly isn't, the way I view the men I've associated with or the men I've dated or the men, I don't date people who have such narrow ideas about humanity. So, any and every opportunity. Okay. There's never been any proof to support your claims here. No, there has been proof. When you say, black women are the dumbest bitches on the planet just because you picked, a poor situation, that's proof right there. You didn't like it when Turtleface brought that up. Well, somebody else had already spotted that before Turtleface. Like, that doesn't really matter. I don't do the whole, excusing one asshole for another asshole's, pointing out that that asshole's an asshole. You're not excused by pointing out that he's an asshole. You still an asshole. Both y'all are some assholes. And I see this. Both y'all stink. Let's see. Your reaction is female. No, okay, not unless you are just using the word as an insult, in which case it is poorly placed. No, it isn't. At the first opportunity, you call me a former stan. No, it's not first opportunity. There's not any first opportunity here. There have been many opportunities to go against your platform, Many opportunities to go against this platform, and I haven't, and I still don't. I don't go against you having a platform. I don't go against you. I disagree with something that you say. I disagree with something that you do. This does not mean, opposing your right to do it. And for some reason you can't fit both of those ideas into your skull. You're slow. I've done nothing but show you respect. See, that's not true. As I pointed out, you have let shit slide that's not cute. And I've continued to bring up, sirloin with you because it's a prime example of your absolutely, ignorant behavior when it comes to what a true misogynist is, because you carry a hair of that shit yourself. You think that the shit is funny. And it's not funny. It's not funny for some weirdo to go around showing his dick to people. It's not cool. And for you to be, at all chummy or buddy or supportive of, like, good job, man, on your fucking failing on stage shit with that guy, it shows where your head is. You did not have to even acknowledge that, but you felt like you needed to. And the reason why you needed to is because you include that guy among your brethren, because these are my people. I love you anyway. These are my people. So fine. You excuse this guy. You excuse this guy even though you wanted to make videos pointing out how Turtleface does all this shit with talking to this little girl in the middle of the night on Blog Talk. You ain't said shit about Sirloin talking to this other little girl on YouTube and saying things about other people's children, like calling Monty's child a bitch, even though she's 4 years old and has never done anything wrong to him, calling her stupid and all that stuff. And they haven't said anything about him attacking Monty's children. I cannot stand goddamn Monty because he's a fucking liar and a weirdo and he's creepy. And he ain't right. He's not any more right than the rest of them. That's what I'm saying. Can't excuse the one asshole because the one asshole is an asshole. But nobody's children has anything to do with this. And this is part of why I even know who any of you assholes are in the first damn place, because you attacked my child. And I'm like, if you're attacking children, that's the problem. My child is fine. She giggles in the face of your trolldom. But you guys attacking children and people having children in situations where they're not empowering children to be able to giggle in the face of your trolldom, that's what upsets me. So let's continue with what you said here. Not using the words in a poorly placed, nothing to show you respect at the first chance. You do. Okay. Siding with other people that show Turtleface way more sympathy than I, so who's really to stand? Do not insult me or what I do again. Agree you. Okay, let's see. Siding with people that show Turtleface more sympathy. Who do you care who likes who with what? You side with people that show Turtleface sympathy. You side with people who do a lot of things. You accept what you want to accept and you don't accept what you don't want to accept. That's your business. Go on with that. I have my own opinion. I stand on it very well. I've never asked for anybody's help within this corner. Don't act like I did. Never asked you for any help. As a matter of fact, I think I helped you. Anyway. Do not insult me or what I do again. Do not insult me. No, I'm going to insult you right now. First of all, you're getting fat. And the reason why you're getting fat is because you're eating, your emotional turmoil. You need to go for a walk with that. That was an insult. Fat bitch. This comes from the child of a fat bitch. Fatter bitch than you. I just called you a bitch, too. That was an insult, too. I called you a man bitch. Now, I say you have no clue about my every opportunity, and I don't tell you what to say, so I'm sure as hell not taking your orders. Also, you are a former Stan. There is proof of this. Now you've supposedly opened your eyes. Great. I'm not required to agree with your every word and judgment. Good luck with the fundraiser and all of the rest of the messiness. Now, nowhere in there am I cussing and saying like what I just said right now. You fat bitch. And I can say that without it, stirring any sort of rage. The way you guys like rage at each other, and then you turn around and call women like emotional. You acting like a woman. Ooh, goodness. I didn't go off on you. I just told you I disagree here, especially with this throwing the word woman out as if being a woman is a terrible thing. You're acting like a woman. What you guys are saying is the word woman is an insult to you. Why? It's an insult. It means weak. It means inferior. It means emotional, which means bad. Meanwhile, you guys are operating on nothing but emotion. You're completely emotional beings. It isn't your emotions that's driving you. I love my kids and they attack me and just do this. All right, moving right along. On my other post where I said you don't make it easy to be supportive, you say, okay, Jeannie, but you are way off base here, but whatever. I said, yeah, I get it, dude. When I agree with you, I'm an intelligent person. If I disagree, I'm off base, whatever. I'm an observant and well-meaning individual and will continue to be such despite your shallow assessments. This is true. Now, here's what Anson said. He had said, y'all should squash the beef instead of exchanging insults. Y'all should have talked man to man to clear up any misunderstanding. We need to stop being so quick to hurl racist slurs at each other. This is sickening. And he just said what you were doing is sickening. Sickening. Do you know that's a drag epithet? It's a popular word amongst sissies. Sickening. Anyway. Okay. Underneath where I said also you are a former Stan, there's proof of this, and there it is. And the proof of your video where you sat there and said you're telling the truth and this is why they're mad at you. And I haven't even watched the whole thing because I'm not that interested in nailing you to the wall, bruh. But I'm going to respond to what you said here because I found it to just be, based on some shit that is, imaginary, some congratulations that you're giving yourself in your own head that I don't think that you necessarily deserve. So I'm going to check you, on this. And you can take it however you want. You said, I will politely ask you to leave me alone because you are my Stan. Remember all the calls you have made supporting what I do? So, you're calling me a former Stan. Well, I don't remember making any videos telling people that they shouldn't attack you because you're telling the truth. I remember telling people exactly what the truth is. I know exactly why Turtleface was upset with you. Because you went to a place where he couldn't flag you. And I said as much. Where in that is me signing up for Stanship for you? That's telling you, hey, you damn dummy, I see you stating the obvious. And I'm going to go ahead and support you all along the way by reminding you of why you're getting the reaction you're getting. The reaction that I warned you would get. If you would pay attention to these lowly women predicting what the fuck is going to happen to you, you wouldn't make all these videos talking about how damn surprised you are all the time. Former Stan, my ass. I called your show based on my own desire to call your show for my own reasons that have to do with me. You're going to have to check your archives and see if there was any point in which I said, I absolutely believe that Tyrone is the truth, and that's why people come at him. I don't think you will. I think you'll find me sticking to just the facts, sir. I understand what is going on, more than the little person who's following you around screaming facts right now. I see what's going on with him too. I'm watching, and it's not that hard to decode. For you, this shit is fucking rocket science. For you, this is like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe this happened. He did this and he did that, and they did this and they did that. Well, I'm just going to trudge on because I'm this and that, and hey, fuck you, and this and that, and oh, I'm nice today and I'm mean tomorrow. And you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Don't get me started on you. So please miss me with your childish antics. Childish antics. I'm sorry. What I was saying was, I disagree with you. You are a former Stan. You have misogynistic tendencies. It's evidenced by your agreeing with this person who you yourself have, thrown all kinds of assessments at. This is a person who you supported because you were able to, because there were some things that he said you were able to agree with. I can't agree with him on any levels whatsoever. That's how real I keep it when it comes to him. You've been flippity floppity. You've been back and forth. You've denounced him and then turned around and acted like him. Anyway. Let's see. You said, plus the only messiness that exists is in all your YT videos, arguing with people that you are not going to change. Who said I was trying to change anyone? I'm speaking my mind. Speaking my mind does not mean trying to change anyone. What I do is I offer an example, an empowering example. I do not allow myself to be censored by the likes of any troll or any turtle or any former turtle stan. I provide empowerment by example. That's what I do. How is that trying to change anyone actively? When I address people who have spoken to me, why is it that me speaking is ridiculous, but them speaking isn't ridiculous? Because that's pretty much what I've been doing here. This has been responses. Any of you people who have been aware of me in this vortex, in this pit, you've noticed that when I do speak at you, it's because I'm speaking at you. I'm responding to you. I don't just haul off and go on everybody's videos and decide that they have to fucking address me. If I have something to say in reference to a topic, I say it. If someone has something to say to me, I may or may not say something back. So why the one-sidedness? Why? Why is that? Why the double standard? Because you're a fucking misogynist, You got one set of rules for women, one set of rules for men. I don't have that. Except for maybe, no, I don't. If you want to go ahead, wear a tampon. Plug it up. Let's see. Okay, well, yeah, sure. Okay, certain jobs. How about that? Yeah, certain jobs. I would do that. I would say, women are better for this and men are better for that. Okay. But that's still case by case. Let's see. You're saying, now we have made a change over here, and to be honest, you were a part of it. But I guess now is your chance to release pinned up feelings against me, but whatever. It's pen. Or you'd be saying like pent, like a pig pen, pent up, or penned, or anyway, you put pinned. It's cool. I'm not going to fucking spell check you. I make typos too. But you said something about, now is your chance to release pinned up feel. I've never been not honest with you about the way I feel about things. I've told you about how I feel about the sirloin thing. Like immediately, I'll say something. If you post something about him, if there's a post about him or something on the 10,000 men page or the talk reel or whatever, and you post him thing, I'll go, fuck that guy. He's fucking just like Turtleface. When have I ever not told you that I don't agree with shit that you do? I have told you that I disagree with shit that you do on your show, in your ear. I have no pent up anything, What I've had is like sort of withheld a sense of hypercriticism. That's not pent up rage, I let you know that I disagree with you. What I've held back on is the way that I let you know that I disagree with you. For instance, me saying it's complete bullshit, that right there was a little, like, hey, I'm saying this harshly because right here is where I'm sick of hearing this from you. And I clearly said that because I don't give a shit, like, yeah. And at that point, I wasn't expressing anything new. I was just expressing it in a manner that made you pay attention. See how you didn't even really seem to hear it? until I went all like that on you. Such a woman. Anyway. At this point, your opinions don't matter. My opinions never mattered. My opinions don't matter. My opinion of your show does not matter. My opinion of you doesn't not matter. I never had any illusion about that. Apparently, you did. Why did my opinion ever matter to you? So once again, leave me alone and take your drama elsewhere. My drama, my goodness. I have been nowhere near the most dramatic parts of your platform, okay? Nowhere near. The most dramatic, the biggest blow-ups have had nothing at all to do with me. And you're telling me to take my drama. My channel is drama-free. I shut down my comments. I shut down my thumbs because I do not want to encourage the trolldom. When the trolls come at me in other places, I just point out that they're fucking trolls, and I use them as an opportunity to kick Turtle in the nuts because I'm fucking focused. You're the one who goes here, there, and everywhere and ends up all around fucking Robin Hood's barn because you don't see what's really going on. And when people have tried to help you, if they have the nerve to disagree with you, you turn on them. You know, all of a sudden, I'm like a woman. You know, who's got the pent up shit? I mean, obviously, you know, this guy who has the pent up shit is the guy who, you know, goes through a little bit of probably financial difficulty, maybe like a strain on his time, and then decides to say that all black women are the dumbest bitches on the planet. You know, that's some pent up shit right there that you had to let go of. Bruh. You know, nobody's ever going to make me that mad. I'm never going to say, you know, there'll never be like any part of me that wants to express any sort of divine right to hatred of an entire race or gender of human being. Because that's damn ridiculous to people who think as fast as I do. And you're not one of them. That was another insult. Did you catch that? I'm almost done. Okay. So once again, you leave me alone. Take your drama elsewhere. There's a lot of grown-ups over here trying to work. Oh, man. Good luck. Good luck with all the work you're doing. You know, I haven't listened to any of what is going on over there. I don't really care. All I know is the last time I checked, you had a whole bunch of back and forth and circular conversations over shit that people have said a million times. No divine revelations over there. You can keep feeling that way. The thing that I supported was the open platform for people who wished to speak because there was some censorship and some, you know, mass ensemble group bullying censorship going on YouTube. You counteracted with the blog talk. Excellent move. So you could carry the conversation from YouTube over to the blog talk. It started to develop its own traction and its own blog trolls, and that's when my interest really started to wane. And that's my prerogative, and nobody is required to support everything that you say and do. Do you understand that? Now, if I really wanted to be an emotional female, okay, then this response would have been full of more stuff like the fat bitch stuff, right? It would have been more like this. It would have been like, listen up, you fat bitch, okay? I don't know who the fuck you think you is, okay? But you're going to come over here and try to tell me that it's my job to go over here and tell you when you're supposed to, you know, ask for $20,000. I'm just supposed to come over here and tell you, oh, yeah, Tyrone, oh, I love a man with a southern accent. I'm going to just give you $20,000. Oh, here you go. Oh, here, I just pulled it out of my vagina. Okay, clap, clap. Here you go. Okay, I'm about to do that for you, okay? Because I don't know who the fuck you is and who the fuck you think you is, okay? But you ain't my daddy, okay? You ain't my daddy, you ain't my uncle, you ain't my cousin, you ain't my brother. You ain't nobody to come over here and tell me what I'm supposed to say, what I'm supposed to do. Now, you going to tell me don't insult me again. I'm going to insult you again, my friend. I'm going to insult you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 ways, okay, if I want to, okay? Because you ain't my daddy. Now, did I come at you like that ever, Tyrone? I could go on and on and on. I could. I won't. Trust. Peace out.